Welcome back to Morning Footy. Well, tomorrow the United States face off against Turkey at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on TNT in the first of two friendlies for the United States. And joining us now ahead of this game is Paxten Aaronson. Paxten, thanks so much for taking the time this morning. You just got to watch us in that last segment going through Pablo's treasure chest of goodies from soccer just of the past here in the United States. I think everything in that box is like, what, twice as old as you are? But was there anything that like stood out? I mean, what was your reaction to some of the stuff that we were showing?
No, it was all really cool stuff. I'm always into some retro stuff. Probably my favorite kit is that Where's Waldo kit for me growing up. That's kind of the team.
Hey. This man has impeccable taste. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, so are you a big thrifter? Like, what, you got some good like vintage stuff in your wardrobe?
No, I'm not too into fashion. You know, I just kind of throw on whatever. So maybe I'll graduate to thrifting, but not yet.
Okay, well, if you have any questions, you got to hit up the guy next to me. He can tell you how to follow those leads and get some good U.S. soccer stuff of the past, right?
Yeah, I'll see what I can throw together for you. Shouldn't be giving anyone fashion advice.
Hey, well, Paxten, this is your first call-up under Poch and your first since 2023. So I'm just curious your mentality going into this camp and where you're at right now.
Yeah, obviously, to be able to get called in is a great opportunity, especially when you look at how long the camp is, how many training sessions you'll get, how many games you'll get. So I think it's a great opportunity to, kind of implement myself and give a good first impression. And yeah, the last year I think went really well for me. Was a great loan spell under FC Utrecht. I think was riding high on confidence. So I think it's a great time to kind of come in and kind of show what I can do.
Our man Jaleel here had you as one of the underrated players of the season, what you did at Utrecht. But it's got to feel good being able to be in camp with your brother. What's that been like so far? Is there group chats? Is there a rooming situation together? What's that been like so far, being able to be together this summer?
No, we have our own rooms. I probably wouldn't want to share with him because he's a little bit messy. But it's been great. We shared a camp last year in Austin, but it's obviously, it's kind of funny in a way just being back in the same environment as him. But there's a lot of familiar faces as well, guys like Quinn, Jack, a lot of Philly guys. So it's also nice. But yeah, always being in camp with my brother is special, especially when we're on the field going against each other. It's kind of surreal at moments.
Who's winning that battles? Who's winning those training battles? As you talk about competing against each other, what's that look like in the training grounds?
I fouled him 2 days ago, which my mom probably wouldn't have been happy with. But to be fair, I kind of tripped him, and it was a foul. But I would say it's even. We'll see where it goes from there, though.
Paxten, Charlie Davies over here said that you strike the ball better than your brother. Agree or disagree?
Agree, but
Hey, Paxten, I was reading that, you guys growing up, and this sounded a lot like my household. I have 3 younger brothers, and we would play every sport together under the sun, but basement soccer was kind of like the main event in the household, some broken lights and everything like that. If you all were to go down and play a game of basement soccer right now, who's got the edge? Who's winning?
I think I would win. I think, he was always older than me, so I kind of had to just use smarts. Like there was poles in the middle of the way, so I'd hide behind the poles and then take a touch to the side. He was always more of dribble in. I was just kind of I'm just gonna shoot and score from anywhere. So I think me.
Paxten, this is a far cry from basement soccer. Obviously, your brother's gotten the chance to play in Champions League. That's something that motivates you? You think about wanting to do that,
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I have on my career goals that I would love to check off. Champions League is the highest level of club soccer. So it's something that I look forward to, and it's a dream that I try to chase.
Yeah, and Paxten, you talked earlier about, the amazing season that you had at Utrecht. First and foremost, congratulations on a good season and parlaying that into national team success. The loan has obviously been successful for you. Talk about how you've been able to take that opportunity, bull by the horns, and continue your ascendancy.
Yeah, first off, thank you. I think my first stunt in the Dutch league under Vitesse was kind of good for me. I think I went into a team that was obviously struggling, but it just gave myself a platform to kind of get a run of games and showcase what I can do. And then in those run of games is where Utrecht kind of got interested. And then I opted to go for another year in the Dutch league, which I thought really suited me. The mentality side of things, it was 1 year where I can better myself in the European game, kind of, again, establish myself and try to play every game, score goals, have assists, and then try to prepare myself as much as possible to come back for Frankfurt. And I think I've done that.
Yeah, and you talk about, being smart and intentional about what league you decided to play in. The Dutch league does suit you very well, in my opinion, and you obviously agree. But talk to us about what specific aspects of your game you feel like you've grown in the most and how you've been able to grow in those areas.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I've grown this year, I think before the season even started, I was playing everywhere. When I was in the Olympics, I was playing striker and left wing. Then I kind of started that with Utrecht, and then at the end of the season, and honestly, probably since after October, I was playing a deeper role, number 6, number 8. And I think that's the main thing I've learned about myself this year, is that I can really be a box-to-box player who can defend really well, break up plays, but then also has the intensity to get in the box and get on the end of things and also score goals. So that's what I was most happy about this year, is just the ability to be a two-way player, both on and off the ball.
Paxten, obviously, it's your first sort of extended kind of dealings with Pochettino. Hear from a lot of other guys about how he is in camps, the intensity, expectation, that sort of stuff. Tell us maybe about your early experiences with him. What's it been like so far?
Yeah, definitely intense. The training sessions are tough, but they're really good. I think you learn a lot. He's a very personable guy. He doesn't kind of act like a stranger. He comes up to everybody. Holds conversations well. So he's friendly, which is nice for a first-time player coming in, because you can build a relationship like that. So the training sessions and the first greetings have been really good.
You said you learned a lot on the training ground so far with Pochettino. What have you learned so far, and how has this experience, maybe the Olympic experience that you had last year, how has that prepared you for this moment right now from what you learned from Pochettino?
Yeah, I think the Olympic experience kind of gave me what it means and feels to compete in a major tournament for the U.S. Slim margins, everything that you do has consequences. What I've learned so far under him is we've been working mostly defensive aspects, where to press, how to block the shots, where to hold the line, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been all good.
Okay, Paxten, I'm so curious what it's like, not just, of course, being there with your brother is one thing, but like for you guys, but also for your family as well. I mean, do you all have like a family group chat? Does it have a fun name? I mean, my family does, so I'm curious what's going on with the family. Are they checking in on you every day with texts? Like, how's that going?
Yeah, they check in a lot. My mom always texting, called my father last night. But we don't have like a crazy group chat name. It's literally just like a heart emoji. That's the name of it.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. But no, they were obviously super psyched when they found out both of us were going. They'll be at a lot of games, I'm sure. And it's obviously just nice for the entire family and a proud moment.
You said you had a foul today, or you had a foul in this camp. Is that in the group chat yet, or how does that go down with the family when those situations?
No, I actually didn't tell my mom because she would be upset with me. So save that for a different time.
What would your mom say if a foul like that, she finds out?
Just Paxten in a high-pitched voice. What are you doing? That's your brother. That kind of stuff.
I got a two-part for you, just on the footy. So the first one is, what have your conversations been like with Eintracht about next season? Reports are saying that they're going to give you a legitimate chance in preseason. So what have your conversations been like with the club? 1, and then 2, what are you hell-bent on doing in this camp? What would you leave this camp and say, okay, I did exactly what I wanted to do and contributed in the way that I wanted to contribute?
Yeah, good question. The first part, you kind of said it. The goal and what we've spoken about is going back to preseason, having a good preseason, and then giving me a fair chance, and then assessing it from there. It's always been, my goal, and every loan that I've done is to prepare myself to come back to Frankfurt. So that's my end goal, is to be an important player for Frankfurt, and I hope that I can do that and have a good enough preseason to showcase what I've done and how much I've grown as a player over the past few years. And then for here at camp, I think the most important thing for me is to just showcase, my ability, what I can do. And it's a first impression, and I think first impressions are always the best thing. So I think leaving the camp putting a image of myself into the coaching staff. Like, yeah, he's a really technical player, super hardworking. He does everything for the team. And then, yeah, through the training sessions of the long camp, hopefully then being able to contribute on the field in the tournament of the Gold Cup.
Paxten, awesome stuff. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us today, and we wish you the best of luck coming up tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.